Yo, what's up, guys? Thrashing Chris here, back with another one. So this is kind of a big video. It's gonna be kind of long. It's a announcement video and also a huge CD update video. I have a lot of CDs to go over. So first things first, I haven't been making videos and I haven't been active the whole VC thing for a while. Work, work, and then just personal issues. So I just haven't really been much out there, but I finally have time to myself, finally can relax a little bit, and I can go through. I have still been collecting a lot of CDs. I don't know how many here, a lot. But let's first get into the announcement before we get into these CDs. So this channel is about metal, and I feel like I want to do more than just post albums and stuff. I kind of want to do more on this channel, and one thing I want us to do is it's like I want to interview some bands. Now, don't expect big bands. I'm talking about like underground scene bands. Now this interview video, this is going to be a while away, but it's going to be basically a video for the band because they are releasing a new EP, and I have gotten to hear one of the songs on it, and it's great. And sorry for my stupid dog barking, but anyways, I do plan on doing some interviews, and just so you guys can get an understanding of like what it's like being a smaller band and the underground scene. And there's some good bands out there that's in the underground scene that, labels and stuff like that just haven't heard yet because, they're underground. Not a lot of people know about them except maybe for friends and families of that person's band. But anyways, that's what I plan on doing. Also, maybe I might start doing some shows. So what does that mean? Like, I go to concerts, I record some clips from the concert, and then I post on here and you guys get to see what I witnessed. And the show that's coming up right now is the Rivers of Now show. They're going to be doing a whole playthrough of this album right here from start to finish. It's going to be a killer show, that's all I'm going to say. But anyways, guys, let's get into all these CDs that I have accumulated in this 3-week span that I haven't made a video. So first one is actually an EP, and that is Through the Gates of Terra by Macrocosm. This is, I believe, the lead singer of this band is from the thrash metal band Bonded by Blood, and this 4-song EP, amazing. It is great. It is what you want. I believe they are releasing their full length sometime this year. Excited for it, and this is their EP, Through the Gates of Terra. Next up here we have a classic thrash / death metal album, and that is Epidemic of Violence by Demolition Hammer. Oh, you want brutality, you want, just craziness. Demolition Hammer, man. This is the remaster. This is not the OG, but that is okay. As you can see, it has like the Central Media thing in there, but I don't give a flying hoot. It is a good reissue or remaster that I enjoy it very much, and yeah, great album. Alright, so next up on the list here is classic death metal. It's my favorite album by this band, and that is Consuming Impulse by Pestilence. This, of course, is the remaster as well. It's just a sleeve, and here's the actual jewel case itself. It's a 2-disc. Thing. One is the actual album, and the one is a live CD. But Consuming Impulse, man, great. Probably one of the best death metal albums to ever be released, in my opinion. Great stuff. Now, what I'm about to show off here, this is one of the local bands that I do support, and I just was at their EP release party that was last Saturday, And this is their EP, Incantations. The band's called Darkness by Design. I might do an interview with these guys. I have to talk with the drummer about it. But this is, just a small little EP. If you like death metal, you might like these guys. Darkness by Design, Incantations. I'm a friend of the drummer of this band. It's good stuff. I mean, I'm not going to get critical about it. I support these guys for what they do. I feel like they're improving. And yeah, Incantations. It's not on Spotify or anything like that yet. I think when I talked to Evan about it, he told me that whatever the distributor of the digital music, I think it's gonna be like next month or something before this is like on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, you name it. But this is their EP, Incantations. Picked this up at the show, $10, which I'm not gonna lie, a little pricey for an EP, but whatever. I show my support. Now, next up. Now, this album, I've been looking for this album, finally got this album. I'm happy about it. I finally finished up the discography, and that is Outer Isolation by Vector. So I have all Vector's albums. Freaking yes. Love Vector, and this album is their second album they released on the Earache record, and it's Vector, man. Vector is an amazing new wave of thrash band, techie thrash, I guess you could say, and killer freaking album. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Now, I'm not sure if I showed this album. If I have, I'm sorry, but I don't think I have, and I'm pretty confident that I haven't. And that is Still Life by Opeth. Once again, just classic Opeth. You can't go wrong, man. And Still Life is one of those albums that you just can't go wrong. Great stuff. Man, I still wish Opeth sounded like this, but awesome album. Got another classic thrash / death metal album. Classic album. That is Darkness Descends by Dark Angel. This is a remastered, isn't the original. But hey, it is one heck of an album if you tell me. Yeah, awesome stuff. I enjoy every bit of this album. I actually listened to this album on my way to the to my friend's EP release show, and yeah, but this is great stuff for sure, like headbanger and everything. All right, next up we got another classic of a thrash album, and they're from Germany. Showed off one of their albums before, and this is Pleasure to Kill by Creator. Yeah. I like Homo Souls better, but this is an awesome album. I believe this is their second. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is their second album, so their sophomore release, and killer album, man. Killer freaking album. No pun intended. But yeah, awesome album. Creator, can't go wrong with them. Great stuff. And I completely forgot the name of this album I'm about to show off. 1 second. I don't want to mess this up. Does this album have a name? Oof. I'm kind of embarrassed I don't know the name of this album. I think I know it, but I don't know it. That makes sense. I'm pretty sure it's a number, and I can't remember the number. Anyways, we're just going to call it whatever I want to call it. I'm just going to say Led Zeppelin. I could have sworn this one had like a number, like 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Can't remember, because I'm a scrub. But yeah, classic. This is probably my favorite Led Zeppelin album. You got Black Dog, you got Stairway to Heaven, you got, yeah, it's Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin. Great stuff. This is probably, I think, this is a remastered. I know that for a fact. I think it's like an older remastered. Yeah, I don't know though. Can't tell. It doesn't say, man. It doesn't say. Yeah, digitally remastered. So, great album though. Another classic thrash album. You know, I really live up to my name, Thrashing Chris, and the fact of the matter is that you know, I think it's a problem how many thrash albums I have. No, I'm just kidding. You can never have too much thrash. But Fabulous Disaster by Exodus. This is like one of the essential thrash albums that a thrasher needs to have, and you know, there's a song on here. There's a song on here that's, you know, Toxic Waltz, you know, mosh pit and stuff. And I like how if you look in the back of this cover art, have like a little Megadeth thing in the back right there. And yeah, man, I just wanted to throw that out there. I thought it was kind of cool, just Megadeth in the back. But yeah, Fabulous Disaster by Exodus. You know, probably one of their best albums. The only song that I will skip every time that comes on this album is the cover of Lowrider. Like, no. No. Alright, anyways, next up, I cannot wait to see these guys live in April. They're doing a whole entire playthrough of this album, and that is Dream Theater, Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. Yes. Dude, you want to talk about just a musical journey. This is like one of the best storytelling albums ever made, and it's so good. Like, and they're gonna be playing this whole album from start to finish live with also their new release. Like, oh, I can't wait. It's in April, coming to Orlando. I am excited for that. I am beyond hyped. Got my ticket already, and I am ready to go see this album played from start to finish. Next up, classic. I want to say it's a classic. It's more of a modern album, but this is their reissues that they just sent out. The System Has Failed by Megadeth. Yeah. This album, you know, it's an okay album for Megadeth. I do prefer this way over than The World Needs a Hero. The World Needs a Hero, I probably never will buy that unless it's given to me. That and Super Collider, man, and also Risk. But Risk I own, and I didn't buy it. My brother Nathan got it at Goodwill. But this is the reissue of System Has Failed, and my dudes, Blackmail the Universe, Kick the Chair. You know, let's just talk about Kick the Chair. Kick the Chair is a banger of a song, man. Like, I break my neck every time I hear that song. Awesome stuff. System Has Failed. Megadeth. There we go. My favorite band. I had to buy it. So, we're now going to get into the newer, I got 2 new albums that were released this year. The first one is The Simulation by Born of Osiris. This is, I think, the first out of 2 albums that they're releasing this year. So let me give my thoughts on this album. I think it is an okay album. Not crazy about it. But for what it is, it's I headbang. There's I think like 1 or 2 songs I just don't like. But other than that, it's pretty good album. Probably won't make my top 10, probably be an honorable mention, but still a pretty good album. Simulation, Born of Osiris. So, finally, we got to the last CD of this update. I think you already know what it is. That is Distance, Over Time, Dream Theater. What an album, man. I am so impressed with this album. I'm not going to lie. Me and my friend both agree this is probably the best album since, I believe, Omnivium. I think that's what we agreed on. But this album right here is just great. I mean, really well made digipack. As you can see, it's 3-folded. Yeah, amazing album. I mean, my goodness. First 4 songs, good, and then like 5 and 6, you kind of like I guess those you could call fillers. Then At Wit's End, just wow, what a song. I'm not a huge fan of the bonus track Viper King. Just not for me, man. Not a good bonus track, but other than that, this was a amazing album. Can't wait to hear some of these songs live in April. Yeah, man, Dream Theater, Distance Over Time. So I had to show off. God, I can't even get it all. This many CDs I have collected in a 3-week span, and I think I have a problem. But it's a good problem to have. Spending money on music, and you know. But just to go back to my first point in the video about supporting local bands and stuff, it's kind of important that you do. Yes, there are some terrible bands. Trust me, I know that. But you know, a lot of these times when you go see some of these bands that you know you like, that everyone knows, you know, there's some local bands that open for them, and you know they're putting their heart and their soul into it. And I am planning on doing an interview with a certain band from the underground scene that is close to me, and they are releasing an EP this year. I think it's coming out in the summer. I think that's what they're aiming for. So basically how I plan on doing this, and I of course have to get with the band about it, but how I plan on doing this is to first probably have an interview with them before their show. Before their EP release party thing that they're going to have. I believe it's going to be in the summer, sometime in June. Have an interview with them. And then the whole interview is going to be, you know, the process of making the album, and, you know, it's going to be a very fun, it's not going to be a serious interview. It's probably going to be a lot of jokes and inside jokes that you guys aren't going to get, but we're going to be cracking up and having a great time in the interview. And then I will do a personal review of the album to also push it out there. Like I said, it's very important that you support your local bands. You know, like I said, let me see if I can find a CD now because it's so skinny. Here it is. Like my other friend's band, Darkness by Design, Incantations. You know, I might do an interview with these guys too. Maybe, maybe not. But you know, support your local bands, man. You know, go out there, buy their EPs. Maybe don't spend $10. I'm kind of upset about that. Wish they kind of like, you know, made it a little bit cheaper, but you know, that's okay. But other than that, you know, go support your local bands. You know, if they have merch, you know, and if you really like the band, support them. You know, buy their merch. Don't be afraid to buy it. You know, talk to them. You know, show that you enjoy their music. I'm telling you, it makes their day and everything. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Sorry that it's been so long since I've made a video. I've just been very busy with life, with work, you know, personal issue that I had for these past 3 weeks I've been fighting with, and then you know, just overall just exhaustion. Been very exhausted lately, so haven't really had the energy to be like, you know, picking up an album, showing it in front of a camera. I don't know. But so the next video I plan on making probably isn't a CD update. It's going to be more of like a CD wish list. So that'd be pretty cool to do. I'm making that right now. And so I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, keep it heavy, keep it thrash. Peace out, guys.